Athens residents lobby for more safety in the community after a shooting last Sunday. Local businesses give the economy a boost as holiday shopping begins. And in sports, the Trimble Tomcats had a chance to make history. Highlights of the Division VII state title game. Newswatch starts right now.
Broadcasting live from WOUB TV in Athens, this is Newswatch.
Athens residents are coming together to make improvements to the community after a shooting on the west side of the city a little over a week ago. Good evening, I'm Abby Grisey. Thanks for joining us. A grand jury could hear cases related to the shooting on Wednesday. 18-year-old Michael Allen Russell and 23-year-old Bernard Mitchell are charged with involuntary manslaughter in the death of Charles Duncan Sr. According to media reports, Russell allegedly fired the shot through the apartment door that hit Duncan. 3 other men are charged with burglary in connection with the case. Investigators say they are still looking into the roles these men might have had in the shooting. Athens Westside residents are grouping up to find a solution to a number of issues in the neighborhood. Newswatch reporter Ben Schwartz has details from their meeting yesterday morning.
Westside residents packed the West End Cider House Sunday morning for the first meeting of the Westside Neighborhood Association in more than a year. Residents came to discuss a variety of issues, with a focus on safety in the community in the aftermath of a deadly shooting exactly a week ago. A number of residents spoke out about the need for more visibility at night and agreed that it's an issue that the city should be able to fix. Residents also discussed the level of police patrols in the neighborhood. Westside resident Kurt Grunewald says he's impressed with the meeting's turnout.
I think it was really good for the community. I think it was really good for folks to come together and be counted. There were more than 50 people in that room, which is great for the business and is great for the community. We'll see what comes of it.
A number of city officials were present at Sunday's gathering as well. Athens Mayor Steve Patterson says the meeting is a productive first step.
I think there was a lot of positive, productive conversations going on today. A lot of good ideas, a lot more to explore, in terms of how we continue to enhance this part of the city.
And the residents of the West Side plan to keep the ideas and conversation going, coming together to improve their neighborhood. Reporting for Newswatch, I'm Ben Schwartz.
The Westside Neighborhood Association is hoping to continue meeting monthly, with plans for future meetings to be posted in the association's Facebook group. Some roads are closed or restricted due to high water in Athens and Vinton counties. According to the Ohio Department of Transportation, as of 2 p.m. today, State Route 328 is restricted in Vinton County, and State Route 356 in between US 50 and the Athens County line in Vinton County is closed. Nelsonville City Council members will decide today if residents will pay more in sewer rates. The agenda says if the ordinance is passed by an emergency vote, the new rate will go into effect on January 1st. The ordinance increases the rate by 5%. The Athens Messenger reports this will be the second sewer rate increase this year. Another inmate is dead from suspected fentanyl in a Kentucky jail. State police are investigating the death of inmate Charles Finley. Finley's death was the second one in 4 days at the Boyd County Detention Center. An autopsy is planned to determine the cause of death. The jail has experienced many issues in the last 2 years, including a riot, escapes, and several fatal overdoses. Banks in Kentucky may soon pay less in taxes. The state's legislature is considering a proposal that would benefit the banking industry. Now, banks pay a tax rate of just more than 13%, compared to the 5% rate charged to other corporations. Estimates show that this cut could cost Kentucky $50 million a year in revenue, but could help prevent locally owned banks from being sold to out-of-state entities. A new monument honoring the Wright brothers may finally be coming to Ohio after being stalled for years. Efforts to build the Triumph of Flight monument have been delayed because of funding issues. But now the Berry Family Foundation and the Kettering Fund will pay for the project. It will be built near Dayton and cost more than $20 million.
Well, we are back to reality today. Temperatures are back into the 40s after we saw those temperatures in the 60s yesterday. Right now in Athens, 40 degrees, pressure at 29.97 inches and rising as an area of low pressure is moving out of the area. Humidity is at 87% as those showers we saw earlier are still moving out of the area, and winds are out of the west at 8 miles an hour. All across the area, temperatures are in the upper 30s and lower 40s, 38 in Columbus, 38 in Newark, 38 in Cambridge, 43 is the warm spot in Athens as well as Ripley, all under mainly cloudy skies as those rain showers are moving out of the area. Now, highlights for the next couple of days. Back to reality, as I said earlier, midweek snow is possible and that cold weather is here to stay. We'll talk all about that coming up in my full forecast in the next couple of minutes. Abby, it looks like that cold weather is here to stay.
Thank you, Nick. The Athens Holiday Bazaar was this weekend. See how the event encourages the community to shop local. The dairy barn was adorned with decorations and filled with shoppers this past weekend. The annual Holiday Bazaar featured over 40 local vendors selling a variety of products, such as soaps, knitted goods, pottery, and woodworking. The event encourages people to buy their holiday gifts from local businesses. Opal Grazer used to be a vendor, but this year she came to shop.
The money stays in our community and it expands and grows and just goes to the community to help all businesses.
The Athens Area Chamber of Commerce says for every $100 spent locally, 48 of those dollars remain in the community. Soapmaker Space Welch feels Athens is unique in its support of small businesses.
There's just something really special about a community that just looks for ways to support one another. And I mean, I think that there's very few communities like Athens County.
As a former small business owner, Grazer knows how important supporting local businesses is and feels buying local is often better than buying things online.
You can find more unique things here because it's handcrafted, it's local, it's just more unique and has more personality.
So while large retailers like Amazon won't be going away anytime soon, it's clear small businesses have a place here in Athens County. Community members have another chance to shop local for the holidays this coming weekend. The Athens Art Guild Holiday Shop will be on Saturday and Sunday. President George H.W. Bush returns to Washington as the country honors his legacy. Plus, it is the third weekend of protests in France, and tensions continue to rise over more than gas prices and taxes. That story coming up.
WOUB is member-supported public television. Your contribution keeps WOUB available in your community. Become a member with a gift of $60 or more for access to stream more than 1,000 of your favorite PBS programs through WOUB Passport. Programs like Nature, Sherlock, and all episodes of Downton Abbey and Victoria. Pledge now at woub.org. And thank you.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
President George H.W. Bush traveled to Washington, D.C. today, where he will be honored for his lifetime of service to the country. Omar Jimenez is on Capitol Hill, where the president will lie in state until Wednesday.
The nation paused Monday for the first of what will be several days of public services and memorials, all to honor a president who gave a lifetime of service to his country.
That spirit of service and giving back was ingrained, and I think that has carried through the generations.
I think that the service he gave to America will not be matched anytime soon, and the experience he brought to the office will not be matched anytime soon.
President George Herbert Walker Bush died at his home in Houston Friday at the age of 94, surrounded by family and friends.
My own personal view is that people should mourn the life of George H.W. Bush. We're celebrating a life that was so well lived.
After a brief ceremony at Ellington Field, members of President Bush's family, including his son, President George W. Bush, and his service dog, Sully, who spent Sunday night next to the president's casket, all boarded a presidential 747 renamed Special Air Mission 41, landing in Washington for the last time. President Bush will lie in state in the Capitol Rotunda on Monday night through Wednesday morning. Wednesday has been declared a national day of mourning, and all current and former U.S. presidents are expected to attend a funeral service at the National Cathedral. President George H.W. Bush will be interred Thursday at his Presidential Library in College Station, next to his wife Barbara and daughter Robin. I'm Omar Jimenez reporting.
The United States Postal Service will not deliver mail on Wednesday in observance of National Day of Mourning in honor of President George H.W. Bush. In addition to suspending regular mail delivery, post offices will also be closed. But Priority Express mail will still be delivered and call centers will still be opened. World leaders are coming together in Poland to talk about curbing climate change. Representatives from about 200 countries are attending the COP24 Climate Change Conference. It has been 3 years since the landmark deal in Paris aimed at keeping global warming below 2 degrees Celsius. Conservationist David Attenborough told the conference that the time to act is now.
You must lead. The continuation of our civilizations and the natural world upon which we depend is in your hands.
The meeting gained support over the weekend after 19 major economies at the G20 summit affirmed their commitment to the 2015 Paris Climate Accord. But the United States was not one of them. Around 36,000 people took part in protests across France on Saturday, where 100 people were injured and more than 400 arrested. This was the third weekend of demonstrations. What started as protests about rising gas prices and taxes has escalated into a broader demonstration against President Macron and tension between economic classes. A French minister will meet with representatives and political groups tomorrow. One child is dead and dozens of others are hurt after a bus crash in Arkansas earlier today. The bus was traveling from Dallas, Texas to Memphis, Tennessee, when it overturned near Hot Springs. Police say it was carrying a youth football team who had games in Dallas over the weekend. The driver says she lost control of the bus. At least 45 other people, most of them children, were injured. The Anchorage School District is working around the clock, trying to get students back to class after Friday's earthquake. Their goal is to have students returning to school by next Monday. But despite the time pressure, officials say their top priority is safety, and all schools need to pass structural tests. The district says even if a school is not ready to open by the deadline, alternative locations will be available. Celebrating Hanukkah on a college campus has its benefits. That story's still ahead.
And weather-wise, the seasonable temperatures have returned to the area. How long will that last? Plus, what are your chances at seeing a white Christmas? We'll talk all about that coming up in my full forecast in the next couple of minutes. But first, a look at stocks of local interest.
WOUB is member-supported public television. Your contribution keeps WOUB available in your community. Become a member with a gift of $60 or more for access to stream more than 1,000 of your favorite PBS programs through WOUB Passport. Programs like Nature, Sherlock, and all episodes of Downton Abbey and Victoria. Pledge now at woub.org. And thank you.
I love PBS because at the heart of everything PBS does is education.
I use PBS not only in my home, but also in my classroom.
It's kind of the idea of being the great equalizer for learning and for education.
I'm a lifelong learner, and PBS has always been part of that journey for me.
I love PBS because PBS supports teachers.
They know what works for kids and what's best for kids, and that's why I love PBS.
What are you doing?
Possibilities. Your day is filled with them.
Reach up, energy in the fingertips, collapse. TV, play Downton Abbey.
And PBS helps everyone discover theirs. Anytime, anywhere.
Up in the sky, you can see it.
PBS, we're with you for life.
PBS had a special on Pearl Harbor, and once Landon started watching the show about the Arizona, he completely became fascinated.
That's Donald Stratton, and that's me.
And then his Christmas wish this year was to meet Donald Stratton, one of the survivors from the Arizona.
So good to see you, buddy.
Everything that Landon has learned from PBS, it's immeasurable.
This is for you.
Thank you, big guy.
He is living proof of the effect that PBS has had on his life.
A massive cleanup effort is underway in central Illinois after a string of tornadoes hit the area. The National Weather Service says more than 20 unconfirmed tornadoes were reported this weekend, and at least 20 people were injured. The tornadoes knocked down trees, snapped power lines, and damaged buildings. The National Weather Service says the actual number of confirmed tornadoes will be determined by storm surveys in the coming days.
And those tornadoes were all part of an area of low pressure that actually came through our area, and it's really what cooled us off today. Hi everybody, I'm forecaster Nicholas Snyder. Those seasonable temperatures are back. 40 degrees, pressure's at 29.97 inches and rising as that area of low pressure moves off to the east. Relative humidity's at 87%, winds are out of the west at 8 miles an hour. All across the area, temperatures are in the upper 30s and lower 40s, 38 in Columbus, 38 in Newark, 38 in Cambridge, 43 the warm spot in Ripley and Athens, 40 in Jackson, 41 down in Ironton, and 40 over in Chillicothe. So if you're going out and about tonight, make sure you bring a jacket as it is quite chilly out there, and watch out for a couple of sprinkles as we go later on throughout the night as we see this trough of low pressure stirring up a couple of snow showers up across northeastern Ohio, also a couple of rain showers across east central Ohio. That will move on through the area tonight as we see the hour-by-hour forecast. 39 at 8, scattered showers possible. 37 at 10 with scattered showers possible as well. Watch out for an isolated snowflake as we go throughout the night. It will be chilly. Again, make sure you have your jacket. 36 at midnight, mainly clear skies, and again, watch out for a possible rain or snow shower anywhere across the viewing area. So tonight in Athens, 34 degrees, clearing out, evening rain clearing out after midnight. Winds will be out of the west-northwest at 0 to 5 miles an hour. Temperatures across the area will be in the lower 30s and lower and middle 30s, I should say. 31 in Columbus, 32 in Newark, 31 in Cambridge, 36 the warm spots in Ripley and Ironton, all under mainly cloudy to partly cloudy skies and a couple of flurries across the area as you're going out and about as well. As we go throughout your morning tomorrow, 34 partly cloudy, 35 at 10. Watch out for some possible flurries, especially along the US 23 corridor over by Chillicothe, and by noon 36 partly cloudy skies again. Can't rule out an isolated flurry tomorrow. 35 in Athens, partly cloudy skies again, isolated flurries especially further west. Winds will be out of the north or west-northwest, excuse me, at 5 to 10 miles an hour. All across the area, temperatures in the middle and upper 30s, 33s in Columbus and Newark, 35 in New Lexington and here in Athens as well, 36 in Jackson, all under mainly cloudy to partly cloudy skies. and a couple of flurries here or there as we see tomorrow. Here's that snow shower. Here are those snow showers, up northern Ohio, maybe in these areas of clouds as well in the precipcast. We'll stay under that pattern pretty much throughout the rest of the week before a high pressure makes its way in and kind of warms us up going into the next couple of days. Here's the extended forecast if it decides to come up. There it is. 34 on Wednesday with isolated snow showers, 39 on Thursday with rain showers as a clipper system moves its way through, 35 on Friday with mainly sunny skies, and 35 on Saturday. Cool weekend ahead. As we take a look at the, well, I don't have it up there, but chances of a white Christmas are pretty slim down here in southeastern Ohio, as historically we don't typically see those down here. So if you're looking for a white Christmas, doesn't look like it will happen this year. Abby.
Well, Nick, thank you. Speaking of holidays, today marks the second day of Hanukkah. Yesterday, Athens residents and Ohio University students gathered outside Baker Center to light the shamash, or the center menorah candle. Hanukkah is a Jewish holiday that commemorates the rededication of the Temple of Maccabees after their victory over the Syrian Greeks. Jackie Levine, president of Chabad, a Jewish student center at OU, says she enjoys celebrating Hanukkah on campus because it allows more people to learn about the Jewish religion.
We're always open to questions. A lot of people don't know about Judaism, so, but I mean, we allow anyone because people are curious about different religions in college.
After the lighting of the menorah, people gathered in Baker for traditional Hanukkah latkes and donuts. Levine says Chabad will be open to anyone every day for Hanukkah from 6 to 8 p.m. for the lighting of the menorah and free dinner. The last day of Hanukkah is December 10th. Now let's head over to Thomas to see what's ahead in sports.
Hi, I'm Thomas Garvick. Happy Monday, everyone. It's December, so the days for outdoor sporting events are numbered. Highlights from Ohio women's and men's basketball from inside the combo later on, and then right after the break, the Trimble Tomcats had a chance to bring a state title to Southeast Ohio. Sights and sounds from Mohawk Mafia's trip to Canton when Newswatch returns.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
I'm such a huge fan of PBS. For my entire life, it's been our window into a world of the arts that isn't available anywhere else on TV. We learn about our numbers and our letters and singing through music, through the incredible children's programming they have. And then we grow up and we get to see world of the arts, whether it's ballet or opera or Broadway, and so many other amazing moments that you wouldn't get anywhere else except for PBS.
Welcome back. I'm Thomas Garvick. Sometimes all you get is one shot. And for the Trimble Tomcats on Saturday, they hope to earn the right to call themselves champions. The Tomcats face Macomb in the Division VII state title game in Canton, Ohio, a chance to bring a football state title to Southeast Ohio for the first time since 1981. Early on first quarter, Tanner Schroeder sneaks out of the pile. It's a foot race, and he's going to get there 7-0 Macomb. Next drive, though, Tomcats, they would respond with this field goal, their only points of the game, because after that, it was all Macomb. At this point, it's 21-3. They punch in another score to win the Division VII state title game, 28-3. A tough end to a great run for the Tomcats.
Yeah, we got beat by a good team, and yeah, I thought we never quit. So I'm proud of these guys, and we'll be back.
The last time this happened, I was sitting in the stands in 7th grade watching it, and then 8th grade too. But to finally be a part of it, how we always dreamed in 7th grade and 8th grade and everything like that, is just a dream come true.
The Tomcats' historic season comes to an end, but the Ohio football team has one more game to attend to. Yesterday, Ohio accepted an invitation to play in the Frisco Bowl in Frisco, Texas. The Bobcats will take on San Diego State, and the Aztecs went 7-5 this year and 4-4 in the Mountain West Conference. For Ohio, this is the Bobcats' 4th straight bowl berth and 12th appearance in program history. The game is Wednesday, December 19th on ESPN, slotted for an 8 p.m. kickoff. And over the weekend, the Convo played host to exercising some demons for the Ohio women's and men's basketball teams. Cleveland State beat Ohio last year, and so the Bobcats wanted to return the favor. Amani Burke helped with that. She splashes that triple in. She led all Bobcats with 17 points. But Ohio, they struggled shooting the ball, so insert CC, a.k.a. Game Breaker Hooks. She makes the play on the defensive end, then goes coast to coast for the and one. Ohio starting to pull away, and Ohio beating to Hooks' drum and active hands in the passing lane, and she finishes this one herself. Ohio wins 72-54. They're 6-0. Then the men's team, much like the women, trying to avenge a loss from last year against Marshall. Tavion Kirk, he had 17 points. Nice little flick of the wrist there, and then Ohio up early. And then right before the half, Ben Vanderplas, this kid has been terrific, banks it in to beat the buzzer. Ohio up at the break. Second half was the Jason Carter show. Spin move and a kiss off the glass plus the foul, and then Carter. Oh, my goodness, putting that man on a poster. Ohio, they win 101-84. Now they get ready for Xavier on Wednesday.
I know their size can be a factor. They've got versatile athletes all over the court, and sometimes it can be difficult to score in a situation like this. We've got to move the ball, and we've got to play like we've been playing.
Sticking with hoops, early stretches of the season on the hardwood for Southeast Ohio basketball, and you can catch coverage from WAB's Hardwood Heroes tonight for Alexander, Athens, Federal Hocking, and a matchup between Meigs and the Vinton County Lady Vikings. All 5 of those teams are coming off of wins, so they'll look to keep the early winning streaks going. Tip-off for those games coming up here shortly. I'm Thomas Garvick, and that's it for sports. Back to you, Abby.
Thanks, Thomas. One wedding proposal in New York went downhill quickly. She said yes, but the ring was too big for her finger and fell into a sidewalk grate. The newly engaged couple thought the ring was gone forever and returned to the UK without it. But then a miracle. Detectives found the ring and contacted the couple on Twitter. Now, Nick, let's take one last look at weather.
Thanks, Abby. Tomorrow, we can't rule out an isolated snow shower. It will be quite chilly. 35 degrees, partly cloudy. Again, isolated snow showers, especially further west along US 23. So if you're going out and about tomorrow, make sure you grab a jacket and your snow boots, as it will be quite chilly and a little bit snowy. Winds will be out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour all across the area. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s and lower 30s, 33 in Columbus, 33 in Newark, 33 in Cambridge, 35 in New Lexington, as well as here in Athens under mainly cloudy to partly cloudy skies. And again, watch out for an isolated flurry just about anywhere you go tomorrow. Extended forecast, 40% chance of snow on Wednesday, 34 chances of rain on Thursday, 39, Friday 35, beautiful sunshine. Saturday, partly cloudy skies at 35 degrees, and Sunday 38 degrees under cloudy skies. Abby?
Thank you, Nick. That does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Abby Grisey. You can find the latest news anytime at WOUB.org. Have a great night.